We are looking right now at new videos that just came in from Central Connecticut. This from our affiliate WVIT. And oh, here we go, folks. This is what we're talking about. First big snow of the year. You got to be real careful when you go to drive home. You know, you're not used to these conditions. Unfortunately, caught up with some motorists there. So a difficult ride, a very difficult commute. So I want to encourage everyone to take your time. That's the message here. You know, take your time. You'll get home when you get home, but try to get there safely. You can see the current radar here. And I want to point out these temperatures. This is part of the reason that this could get very dangerous is these temperatures now hovering at or in some places below freezing. In Hartford, that's Central Connecticut where we just showed you, 30 degrees is the current temperature right now. That means freezing conditions, and that can make the roads very difficult. Providence here at 33, New York City just at the freezing mark, 32 degrees. Now, if we zoom into Central Connecticut here, this is the Hartford area. We're expecting 1 to 3 inches here. If we move out a little bit, you can see if we go in the western area, you're going to get 3 to 6, possibly 6 inches. You'll see that in Massachusetts as well. Our areas along the coast faring a little bit better, but we're still going to see 1 to 3 inches in places like New York City and Brunswick, New Brunswick, West Brunswick, I should say, New Jersey. You'll see some snow as well. So everyone here getting in on this wintry storm, the first one. Eric.
Our live team coverage continues now with meteorologist Jim Cantori, who is in Trenton, New Jersey. Jim, looking at some of the snow totals here, heard from some sky-worn spotters up to 7 inches in Shelton, Connecticut, and 7 in Clintonville.
Yeah, not surprised, from what we've seen. And that's the other thing, too, Eric. You know, they started early. They started getting accumulating snow. The banding was much more intense up there. And once you lay the groundwork, once you take this grass and coat it with something that's at 32 degrees, it's easy to pile it up after that. We just haven't had the intensity here of the temperatures. We're still above freezing. That is not the case in Connecticut. And so we've had a lot harder time, even after the sun is set, to accumulate that snowfall. So, great. That's good for Trenton. But don't think this is the whole situation in New Jersey. I mean, you've been seeing Seidel's shot. He's been getting crushed on the beach. We know Brick, New Jersey's had at least an inch of snow. Point Pleasant's had snow accumulating on the roads and on the beaches. I mean, even on the roads there, because it's come down much more intense. So it really depends on where you are. Monmouth County, I understand there's actually even been a couple of spin-outs up that way. All right, guys, we've got a chance either way to talk to the Public Information Officer here in Mercer County, and this is what she recommends for you on this snowy November night.
Everybody's a little bit battle-weary at this point, but, we've got to get through the next couple of days. We ask everybody to pay attention. If they have a radio, listen in case they don't have power. Other than that, tune in, stay tuned, stay inside.
And guys, Julie wanted to tell me that this did not really hinder any power restoration because the winds just didn't get up that strong. Sure, it was an uncomfortable day for the crews out there with snow and whatnot, but we just didn't get any of those sustained 40-mile-per-hour winds. You can see traffic tonight is moving along just fine under wet road conditions, but I'll tell you, just about every car that does come by, we see accumulating snow on that car up to about an inch. Of course, metal tends to freeze a little bit quicker, certainly, than asphalt, that's for sure, especially when the sun is out. Either way, guys, snow 9 days after I covered a hurricane. I can promise you I've never done that before, and I hope the heck I don't have to ever do it again. Back to you.
Strange times for a lot of us here.
Yes.
Jim Cantori, thank you very much. And, it's not an exaggeration. It just hasn't happened.
Yeah.
When you think about this area, hurricanes don't strike it very often.
No. I mean, I'm from the Northeast. You're from the Northeast. You don't see this happening one after the other. It's a really strange chain of events.
Unbelievable. And it's been a while since a lot of you have had to deal with any wintry weather here. You didn't have much of a winter at all last year. So here's some tips to get you weather ready. All
right. First off, what to have in your car in case there's snow or ice. A shovel, windshield scraper, or a small broom, a flashlight. It's also great to have a battery-powered radio and extra batteries, that's important, and water and snack food.
I recommend beef jerky and almonds. That's what we use out in the field during a storm.
That's my survival food, too, yeah.
It'll keep you full, lots of protein. Blankets, warm change of clothes, also some socks and gloves if something gets wet. You don't want to stay in that wet clothing. Road salt or sand and emergency flares so crews can find you if they need to.
And this, I think, is great advice. If you don't have to travel in bad weather, then don't. But here's your forecast if you have to be on the road. And we hope if you do that you're going to get home soon here because the weather's not great for driving.
Yeah, tonight the 95 corridor is not in very good shape, but as we get toward tomorrow morning, we are going to see some improvement, some lingering snow and rain here in southern New England. Things will certainly be wrapping up from New York City south and westward into New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Still some gusty winds and cold temperatures. That theme is sticking around.
Oh, yeah. We not only have Athena that's going to bring more weather to us here, or wintry weather to the Northeast, but snow will also be